expose someone for something like this, but better do it now than later. Alright, so let's start with some of the things that I've pointed out that made him appear very suspicious, to say the least. I brought these things up to GhostGrid when he was talking to me about the EAS Forsaken drama that had to do with RMwx.
Can I be honest about RMwx?
I mean, you can.
This is kind of related, but in all honesty, he's an okay guy to talk to, but a lot of the time he just gives off some strange vibes. Like, sometimes he just says stuff that just makes me a bit uncomfortable, like overly sexual stuff. One time he literally just spammed Roblox porn in a group chat I was in, when it was basically just me in the call with him, without my consent. One time he called me BB, which isn't as bad, but it's still weird. And in the video he said I talk to this girl daily, she's one of my friends, she's one of my best friends. All of this was at 3:08 in the video, which, had it not been for what he said the convos were about, I would have just 100% believed what I was thinking. But you best believe that I'm still suspicious of him. In case you haven't caught on, I'm slightly suspicious of him potentially being EDP2 Electric Boogaloo.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, I might try and look into this a bit more, but he's still slightly sus in my opinion. I just remembered something related to that, holy shit.
Oh boy.
Like a few days ago he said that about a year ago he was on the dark web and the FBI came to his house cause he was suspected of looking at child pornography and they literally took his computer. He said he didn't do anything like that, but I'm starting to not believe that at all.
Oh my god.
The rest of these points are one that I've mentioned to radio. These ones go a bit more in depth and bring up some of the previous points with the context of others.
Heyo, so for the past hour, Supernova, Forsaken, Diamond, and me, mainly me, however, have been becoming extremely suspicious of RMwx potentially being a pedophile. As of now, all of the evidence has been from my experiences with him, some of the things he's said, and in general his behavior. I have been unable to get actual evidence, cause most of it was entirely deleted by him, but I can swear that what I'll say isn't made up, and that I've seen or heard all of this by him. I'll be listing everything said by him to least to most suspicious. Trust me, it gets pretty bad. 1. For starters, in his video about how Forsaken was in the wrong for reporting a user for being underage, specifically 12, he says, I talk to this girl daily, she's one of my friends, she's one of my best friends, which doesn't sound bad now but will later. 2. Related to number 1, RMwx was actively defending a 12-year-old for breaking TOS, mainly because they were nice to him. 3. In a lot of cases, he's said some slightly too overly sexual things towards me, notably calling me BB one time. 4. This is where it gets an SFW. In a group chat that was recently deleted, I was in a call with him, and he started to spam two Roblox characters literally having sex, frame by frame, without my consent at all. 5. Once, when we were talking about the dark web, he mentioned that about a year ago, he was on the dark web, and a few days later the FBI came to his house, saying that he was suspected of owning CP, and he had his PC taken from him. At this point, there are too many red flags for me, or anyone to ignore. I'm trying my best to get actual evidence, but as of now, he's covered most of his tracks pretty well. I've tried asking him why the original GC with the number 4 was deleted, but he was very reluctant to answer that. I recorded this was in the replacement for the GC that didn't have anything against him in it.
Okay, so I'm about to join that, I'm about to join that GC and ask him. He's probably not even going to give an actual reason. But, you know, catch a predator. Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Quick question.
Quick answer.
Why was the original group chat deleted?
Huh?
Why was the original group chat deleted?
What do you mean?
Like, the original group chat that this was... The original group chat that this replaced.
This is the same one.
It's a different one. Literally.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I mean, we've had previous ones, but that was before you were ever in them.
There was one before that I was in.
I'm blanking on this. I'm pretty sure there was a reason. I'm just blanking.
Like at the beginning of this GC, I was adding, and I remember the previous one. There are some other things on the previous one that I was trying to look for, but I can't find it.
Oh shit! Ow! God damn it!
What the hell did you do?
I dropped my butterfly knife and it hit me right in the fucking you-know-what.
Hey, Smokey, you come.
Okay, this guy is fucking suspicious. We asked Nina, the one that we believed RMwx was, quote-unquote, dating, if he was acting weird. And we got this.
Okay, I wanted to ask you, and be honest with me, has he ever made you feel uncomfortable? Has he ever said or said inappropriate things to you?
No. If there are any inappropriate things, it's me sending them.
Can you elaborate?
What do you mean? Oh, I send him jokes about what creates children.
Oh, so he's you added into group chats.
What do you mean? Oh. Into like group chats with other people?
Yes.
Well then yes.
Do they send inappropriate things there? Like what I mentioned, cause I imagine he has his other friends in there.
Not a lot, but sometimes they do and I laugh. Oh. Once you told me all of those things, my stomach randomly started hurting. That happens when someone tells me something bad. But that's not the point.
I totally get why you would feel that way.
To add to this, Rafe himself has told me how his relationship with RMwx went from a 10 to a 4.
What exactly did he mean by that?
I don't know, but another thing he said, RMwx, has a lot of problems. I wouldn't consider him a role model. But please don't tell him I told you this.
I won't.
KK.
But yeah, he's okay to talk to, but he's just weird.
The Roblox people having sex one. Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
When talking about this with friends, one of them decided to mention it to RMwx, or confront him, essentially, which resulted in a confirmation of previous actions.
I'll fully admit to my wrongdoing from back then. I 100% deserve anything and everything that comes about because of this, but I just wanted to speak one-on-one and say that I don't have intentions like that anymore. I was required to participate in a state-enforced rehabilitation program. Me being friends with Nina is not a catalyst for anything, and she hasn't expressed concern about me to anyone with my knowledge. I understand some of the things I have said while being a member here have been really rude or suspicious, and I want to get better and eliminate saying stuff like that. But I really don't want this to end my reputation. Because I don't have any ill intention, I just want to be in this community and thrive with it as a creator. And I just wanted to hear your explicit concern and what you intend to do with the information so I can better manifest myself in an appropriate way.
Well, it's good that you don't have any intentions like that anymore, but that implies that you used to, which I won't hold that against you cause of what you've been saying, but I do believe from what she's said, you guys do joke about, from what she said, what creates children. Me being concerned about this wasn't to ruin you or anyone's reputation. All I was doing was noticing red flags and putting it all together. I guess all that matters is that you don't have any ill intentions. I didn't plan on really saying anything about this publicly unless it was confirmed, but I don't know. Also, if you could you elaborate on your wrongdoing from back then? You don't have to, but I'm just curious by what exactly you meant by that.
Of course. Elaborating on the jokes, most of them are initiated by her because she's been pre-exposed to things because of the games she plays. I try to stay away from the topic as much as possible because I'm monitored 24/7 by my parents and probably by a cop from the incident that already happened. What I meant by wrongdoing was viewing illicit material containing minors. I only viewed. I never downloaded, and I didn't ever intend on watching it at all. I went into the dark web a few times while I was in a depressed state back in 2020, clicked wrong links, and I ended up on a website. But again, I have changed and I don't have any intentions on reciprocating what happened. What happened with the confiscation of my electronics and the raid on my home scared me straight mentally and emotionally, and so did realizing the impact those videos actually have on the children who are in them. I'll talk to her about eliminating the subject of sex completely, though. I felt a bit uncomfortable about it myself,
Oh, well, I will say, what's in the past is in the past, and I won't hold that against you. Is it still weird? Yeah, of course it is, but again, not holding anything against you.
I don't want to be at odds with you, the community, or Diamond because of this. I just can't do anything other than just say sorry and move on. I don't want to be seen as a pedophile or a weirdo just because of poor decisions right after a terrible time in my life. Especially after everything that has happened already in 2021 with regards to my grandma dying. The community has helped me heal and you're a really cool dude yourself. But thank you for letting me talk to you about it.
No problem. And I'm not gonna make this public knowledge, probably just knowledge between the people that were already informed before all of this.
I'm fine with that.
Oh, you thought this is where it ended? Nope.
I think dirty-minded all the time,
Uh-oh.
including about you. Yeah, but I enjoy the thoughts. Me and you got to see each other, and I ended up kissing you. Then it turned into doing that.
So a lot of the things he said in his admission to me were, lies, as you can tell. There's just not much to say. All the evidence is here. But what I can say is, Tanita, I am so sorry you had to deal with this man. You did not deserve what he's said and what he's done to you. And to RMwx, you seriously need mental help. What you are doing and what you have been doing is not okay in the slightest. If you don't plan on helping yourself, all I can say is fuck you. Hell, either way, fuck you. Stay out of this community. We don't want you here. Oh, and here's a shitty apology.
I made a mistake interacting with someone that young that way, and now I'm going to be forever shrouded by it. It's my fault. There's not much I can say.